service today is our New Year's service. It's a service of intention and inspiration and healing. So it is different than our normal Sunday service. We don't do mediumship on this day, but we do look at things for inspiration. We do look at things towards healing, and whether that be emotional, whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual healing, whatever that is for you, that is what we want to send forward. So it is a little bit of a different kind of service, but it is a service that we found in our spiritual center to be a service that kind of sets the tone for the year and gives us an opportunity not only to be together in this way, because this is the way we've had for 2 years, but it celebrates the fact that we've been able to do this for 2 years. So, and keep on going. So we've got music with Laura Wooten, and we've got a lot of inspirational readings, and we have some healing time. So we hope you embrace this, and we hope you kind of bring your own heart, your own soul, your own healing into this time together that we have. Instead of opening with a traditional prayer, because we know God, we know Spirit is around us always, I'm going to open with this that kind of to me says a lot, hopefully to you also. It was written by Lori Deschen, and it says, "Be the person who breaks a cycle. If you were judged, choose understanding. If you were rejected, choose acceptance. If you were shamed, choose compassion. Be the person you needed when you were hurting, not the person that hurt you. Vow to be better than what broke you, to heal instead of becoming bitter, so you can act from your heart and not from your pain." We're starting off with a song from Laura Wooten. So Laura, whenever you are ready for number one song.
Love is but a song we sing, and feels the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. Oh, the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go. We will surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen, you hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both, and it's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Right now, right now, right now.
Thank you, Laura. That was beautiful. And it's a great way to start this celebration of healing and inspiration. So we are going into one of our readings with Deb Tobias. She's reading How Will You Start the New Year?
Thanks, Sharon, and Happy New Year, everyone. I did choose to pick something by Louise Hay, who I absolutely love, and it is called How Will You Start the New Year? The new year is upon us. We welcome the new year with love and joy. Know that what we give out comes back to us multiplied. As you begin your new year, ask yourself these simple questions. What shall I now release from my life? What or who no longer works for me? What am I holding on to that holds me back? What thoughts or beliefs belong to the old me? How am I being unloving to myself? What do I believe that really works for me? Am I ready to let go? What is going on in my life that is terrific and wonderful? Where am I being very loving to myself? Where am I most content? What do I want to bring to my life? How do I want the next year to be? Who do I want to bring into my world? How do I want to look? What image do I want to project? How healthy do I want to be? How prosperous do I want to feel? What kind of world do I want to live in? Where do I want my spirituality to go? How much love am I willing to experience? Take time to acknowledge all of your positive growth and change in this last year. Then affirm, I am not limited by statistics, medical opinions, time, or authorities. I am one with the infinite wisdom and capabilities of the universe itself. All good is available to me right here and right now. All I have to do is to use the power of my thoughts to create that which I desire. And so it is. I wish you a fabulous 2022.
Deb, thank you so much for your offering. We've got a lot of clapping going on today, which I think is so great. And even though we may not be able to be together in a circular pattern, we still get that feeling of everybody listening and everybody being a part of it. So thank you, Deb, for that. And we move forward to Reverend Kim with her reading.
I received this poem from someone that I really respect and admire that lives in my area. She's a very spiritually gifted woman, just open to the universe. I have to say, I took a few of her words and I'm also blended them a little bit with my own that I'm going to just share with you and then read this lovely poem called Comes the Dawn. So this following poem really spoke to me. So it's called Comes the Dawn. After a while, you learn the subtle differences between holding a hand and claiming a soul. And you learn that love doesn't mean loving. A company doesn't mean security. And you learn that kisses aren't contracts and presents aren't promises. And you begin to accept your defeats with your head up and your eyes ahead, with the grace of a man or a woman, not the grief of a child. And you learn to build all your roads on today because tomorrow's roads are too uncertain to plan. And futures have a way of falling down in mid-flight. After a while, you learn that even sunshine hurts if you get too much. So if you plant your own garden and decorate your own soul, instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers, and you learn that you really can endure, and that you really are strong, and you really do have worth, and you learn, and you learn, and every goodbye, you learn. I wish you a beautiful year ahead, everyone, and thank you for letting me share this poem.
And thank you so much for those thoughts and your own your own take on it and your own inspiration on it. So thank you. We invite back in Laura.
The song that came up for me was Imagine. I felt like a good imagining the world that we want to create and building it together. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. No greed or hunger, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer. Well, I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. Nothing to kill or die for. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer. Well, I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Thank you, Laura, for that thought and your beautiful voice. And as we move along in the service, we'll ask Lynn McHugh to share her offering for today.
I chose to read something from the Dalai Lama because I always feel uplifted when I do. And this is actually back from 2014, but it's called Excellent Teachings from the Dalai Lama for the New Year. Excellent advice from the Dalai Lama. Take into account that great love and great achievements involve great risk. Number 2, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. 3, follow the 3 R's: respect for self, respect for others, and responsibility for all your actions. Remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. When you realize you've made a mistake, take immediate steps to correct it. Live a good, honorable life. Then when you get older and think back, you'll be able to enjoy it a second time. A loving atmosphere in your home is the foundation for your life. In disagreements with loved ones, deal only with the current situation. Don't bring up the past. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. And he says, I know 9 and 10 seem similar, but I love it when one good action has more than one good result. Other little reading from Dalai Lama. Today, as we wish each other a happy new year, let us determine to be more sincere, more compassionate, warm-hearted human beings trying to make our world a more equal place. That way we'll actually make it a happy new year. And one last thing I'd like to share with you, because I just think it's extremely appropriate, is honoring Betty White, because I know we all loved her and held her close to our heart. And she felt like everybody's mother, grandmother, best friend. So just a few short words from Betty White with a quote with a big smile on her face. I don't know when it was written. Everybody needs passion. That's what keeps life interesting. If you live without passion, you can go through life without leaving any footprints. Thank you.
Lynn, thank you so much for those really beautiful words from both of those sainted people. One of the things that I had kind of thought about every New Year's, you know, we look at this time of year as really a clean slate. We look at it as a new beginning. We look at it as 365 possibilities of newness of whatever it is that we want. And it is also that infinite time that everybody makes resolutions. And one of the interesting things that I've come to realize as I've grown in my years is that most of those resolutions are always given in a way of what it looks like from the outside, from somebody looking at you. So what are most of our resolutions? We're going to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds. You know, we're going to go to the gym. We're going to start to walk. We're going to start to do all of these things that make our physical body different. And a lot of times we put to the back burner those things that are going on in the inside, those things that we may have to look at to really make a decision on. Do I want to continue to allow space in my body, in my being, for these things? A lot of times it may be emotion, or it may be a hurt, or it may be a grief. It may be those things that on the outside people don't see often, but on the inside we live with every single day, every single moment. And when you add up every single second for 365 consecutive days, one of our years, that's a lot of time to live in that emotion rather than looking at it and perhaps changing, dealing with, moving through that. You know, we go to the gym, or again, we cut out sugar, or we cut down on coffee, or whatever it happens to be, because that is supposed to make us feel better physically. But when we don't deal with those things underneath the surface, a lot of the things that people don't see, then can we really truly be healthy? Can we really truly be in that space of connection, of goodness, of peace, of harmony? Maybe we can. But I found that when we scratch that scab off, you know, when we really look at what is underneath that, once we are aware of that, then we can't live in peace and harmony with it. We may live in battle with it. We may live knowing it's there, but can we truly be in peace and harmony with it unless we do the really tough work, really looking at those things that don't make us happy, really looking at those things where people have hurt us, where we live with that cut within our soul, that wound within our soul. And by not doing anything about it, it festers. And when we aren't at peace, at harmony with our own being, within our own being, then on the outside, it doesn't matter if we go to the gym or cut out sugar or cut down coffee or lose 5 pounds. It really doesn't matter, because who we truly are is not being expressed. It's okay to say that we're angry. And somewhere in our society, we've been kind of taught that that's not okay, but it's okay to express that we're not feeling right, that we're upset, that we hurt, It's okay not to be perfect. And in our world, sometimes perfection is seemed to be the goal that we're all going after. But what is perfect? What is that? Is it something that can be bought? Is it something that can be kind of a goal to be? What is perfect? And I feel perfect is something that when we are in harmony with who we are, when we can express what we want to express, when we can be sad, when we can be happy, when we can celebrate, when we can be happy for somebody else, truly happy, not just saying, oh, I'm happy for you, and underneath saying, oh, I wish that was me. If we can truly celebrate each person and we can truly celebrate ourselves, does that give us something then to look forward to for the next 365 days? One of the things that kind of made an impact on me in the last month, well, a lot of things have. I don't know why this month has been that way for me, but it has been. But I saw something on Disney Channel where they were talking about, where they went through a series of shows about how they made Frozen 2. Now, some of you who may be grandparents or parents or who just like Disney movies have seen that movie, Frozen 2. Big hit with the kids. You know, the songs get stuck in your head and you sing them in your head for years and years and years, and you know, you don't know why. But they were talking about how they made that movie and the process that they went through in constructing those characters and how that they went about it. And it was fascinating to me because it's a kind of a look behind the scenes of things that you don't think about, don't always bring into your awareness. Because again, we just look at the surface of things. We just look at the movie. We just look at how did that make us feel in that moment, not recognizing that 4 years of almost 400 people's lives went into making that. But the one thing that really struck me in that is that if any of you had seen the movie, there's a part where one of the sisters, Anna, feels that she's lost everybody, that everybody she knows and loves has been removed from her life. And she makes a statement that all I can do is the next right thing, take one step at a time. But where that came from was the actress that did the voiceover for her, Kristen Bell, discussion with the writer and producer of that movie, because Kristen Bell has dealt most of her life with anxiety and depression. And the talk between these two women was that Kristen Bell was saying, there were days that I just needed to stay in bed. My kids, I hear them, you know, out in the kitchen rustling around and running about, and all I wanted to do is stay in bed. And the only thing I could do in that moment of time was make one choice, was to sit up, to make another choice, to put one foot on the floor, to make another choice, to get up, and to make another choice, walk towards the kitchen and get a cup of coffee. And all throughout her day in those dark days was one step at a time, one decision at a time, doing one right thing at a time. And so when we look at ourselves, when we look at these things, these wounds, these changes that we want to make, sometimes it is just one step at a time, not looking at the goal of being perfect, not looking at, well, this is January, so I must do this, not looking at it from a fail or past standpoint, but just looking at it as one step at a time, one thought at a time, one day at a time. And as we move through that, we have the opportunity, we have the chance, we have the time to make those changes, only if we give ourselves the permission to do that. So one of the things for me in this coming year is to look at some of those scabs that still lay under the surface of where I've been hurt, or where I've felt that I've been hurt, where I felt that I didn't do it well enough, where I felt that these things are holding me back. And so my choice then becomes, What's the next step? What's the right choice? And then all that can be is looking at it, being honest with myself, and then making a decision. Do I want to live with that any longer? Or is it time to sew it up, give it away, and take the next right step? And one of the things that I feel, and I don't do enough, is looking at things from a position of gratitude rather than need. What can I be grateful for every single day? This morning, I'm grateful for every single one of you. I'm grateful for being alive and breathing oxygen. I'm grateful for hearing this beautiful music and these beautiful words that people have come together to say. Every day, like every step, we can find something to be grateful for. And to me, that is healing. Because as we get gratitude and recognize it, we can give it. And it becomes almost like breath. We don't have to think about it. It's just is. And if we can live in a state of gratitude, perhaps not only do we change our difficulties, but we can change the world. There's just something I'd like to read here, and it's just a sentence, but to me, it's got a lot of impact. And I printed it big enough so I don't even have to put my glasses on. But it's written by A.D. Williams. I don't know who that is, but I'm grateful that he wrote this. Imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we all loved and respected each other. Just imagine. So my friends, as we move into this year, whatever that is for you, may you find that peace, may you find that gratitude, may you find that within yourself. And then when you find it within yourself, hold your hand out and give it away to somebody else where they need it. So if everybody wants to just close your eyes for a moment, you can keep them open if you want to. We're just going to go into a little bit of healing, and we're going to have Laura play a little bit while we're in that moment. But right for now, just be aware of your own breath, because breath connects us to life. Breath connects us to the spirit side of life, and breath connects us to each other. So be aware of your breath and just settle in to where you're seated. Allow yourself to feel each one of us in this room today. Allow us to feel each other's compassion and love. And in your thought process, feel each hand connected with the others in this room. Or with our energy, we can stay connected, whether we're a mile apart or 5,000 miles apart. Just as you breathe, imagine around you those healing spirit energies that we all need in this moment of time, whether it be for physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, or all of the above. Allow that energy, that color, that vibration to be with us, around us, wherever it's needed. Feel that you are supported. Feel that you are loved. Feel the healing, whatever that may be for you. And as we sit in this space of healing, we'll just ask Laura to bring a little bit of her music in for this next couple of moments.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. Just say that you'll bring me along to the world you see. To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, and a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Just take a breath in and tell yourself you are worthy. Take a breath in, tell yourself you are loved, and take a breath in and tell yourself that healing is available. And be aware of your own breath, be aware of your own being, be aware of your own space. And very gently, slowly, always with ease, as you are ready, please open your eyes. Okay, and we'll be moving forward with a reading from Reverend Stephen.
Good morning, everyone. I have a poem to offer called New Year by Sandra Hirth. Another year is coming to a close. We think we can forget our troubles and woes. For me, this year was tough. It brought many emotions, was tearful and rough. Now another year is approaching fast. Let us hope it's a new year with love and health. Let's hope it's a blast. May all your dreams come true, and may you find peace and love in all you do. May this world know the gentle sound of a hush. May it calm all its anger and slow its pace from the rush. May we all hear the sound of joy and push away all that hurts, all that destroys. The new year, I hope, will be good to us all. care and calm, a helping hand when we fall. Listen more, slow down, and say, I love you. Stop for a moment, take a breath, take in the view. Appreciate your family. Tell them you care. Do something exciting, a thrill or a dare. Enjoy all that the new year may give. We have but one life. Let's learn to live. It's a new year, a brand new start. Always remember, live in love from your heart. Wishing each and every one of you a year to behold, and may it be filled of wonders for you to unfold. Love, hugs, and kisses to a very happy new year from me to you.
Thank you, Stephen, so much for that. We appreciate that. And we move on to Barbara Morris, who has, I think, 2 readings to share.
Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. The first reading that I want to read is the Ute prayer, Earth, teach me to remember. Earth, teach me stillness as the grasses are stilled with light. Earth, teach me suffering as old stones suffer with memory. Earth, teach me humility as blossoms are humble with beginning. Earth, teach me caring as the mother who secures her young. Earth, teach me courage as the tree which stands alone. Earth, teach me limitation as the ant which crawls on the ground. Earth, teach me freedom as the eagle which soars in the sky. Earth, teach me resignation as the leaves which die in the fall. Earth, teach me regeneration as a seed which rises in the spring. Earth, teach me to forget myself as melted snow forgets its life. Earth, teach me to remember kindness as dry fields weep in the rain. The second reading I have is one that I wrote. It's called Healing. H, hear this with your mind, but also your heart. For far too often we take much for granted and set ourselves up for great disappointment. E, embrace the smallest blessings in your life, for they may be your most precious treasure. A, accept life's imperfections as they can create something quite beautiful in your worldly realm. L, love and respect yourself so that you will be able to receive as well as give these feelings more genuinely. I, inspire yourself and others to do the very best so as to achieve the dream or goal that has long been desired. N, notice each nuance in the ordinary things, events, and people, for there's always a uniqueness that can unfold and surprise. And G, greet each day with reverence and anticipation, for there is always a new chapter or adventure waiting to take us to another uplifting journey. Healing hugs to all, ourselves and everyone else. Happy, happy New Year.
Thank you, Barbara, for that. And thank you for adding something you wrote also. That was lovely. And thank you, Stephen. Laura, we're ready for you again.
I'm going to play a song for you. It's an old Disney song called Someone's Waiting for You. And I don't know, as usual, imagine it like the universe kind of singing it to you like a lullaby. Be brave, little one. Make a wish for each sad little tear. Hold your head up, though no one is near. Someone's waiting for you. Don't cry, little one. There'll be a smile where a frown used to be. You'll be part of the love that you see. Someone's waiting for you. Always keep a little prayer in your pocket, and you're sure to see the light. Soon there'll be joy and happiness, and your little world will be bright. Have faith, little one, till your hopes and your wishes come true. You must try to be brave, little one. Someone's waiting to you.
Thank you, Laura. It's beautiful. And Reverend Leslie has an offering of something that she wrote, which is called Welcome 2022.
Thank you, Sharon. Beautiful, Laura, and everybody who shared their thoughts with us thus far today. And I just want to wish all of you all the joys and happiness and best of health in this new year. Before I share what I wrote to share today, I just wanted to, I was thinking about how we all have purpose and meaning, how we each have value. And I truly believe that we're all here because we need to be part of this existence and experience. So just a little math. In order for each of us to have been born, you needed 2 parents, obviously, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 second great-grandparents, 32 third great-grandparents, 64 fourth great-grandparents, 128 fifth great-grandparents, 256 sixth great-grandparents, 512 seventh great-grandparents, 1,024 eighth great-grandparents, and 2,048 ninth great-grandparents. So for you to be born today from 12 previous generations, you needed a total of 4,094 ancestors over the last 400 years. So just think for a moment, how many struggles, how many battles, how many difficulties, how much sadness, how much happiness, love stories, how many expressions of hope for the future did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment? So never doubt for a moment that you have purpose and meaning and that you belong here. So I just wanted to share, wow, welcome 2022. Put down the burden of 2021 so that you can embrace me with open arms. Wring out the disappointment to ring in new possibilities. Perhaps old acquaintances need not be forgotten, but rather bonds between blood and friends we call family be strengthened, because the presence of loved ones means so much more than the presence under a tree or those exchanged in holiday niceties. Offer the greatest gift you could offer, your time, your love, your patience. Leave behind the differences, the controversies, the anger or hate. Always remember people come first. Show kindness to everyone, even to those who they themselves may not be very kind, because your act of kindness just may be the first they've experienced. Leave behind the pain and sorrow, the doors that closed, relationships that failed, because it strengthens our resilience and allows for new doors to open. Begin the new year in gratitude. Don't easily give up on someone just because they can't give you all you need. Sit in reflection to figure out why it is you need so much in the first place. Sit and brainstorm with your higher consciousness to figure out all the ways you can nurture and fulfill yourself, all the ways you can love yourself because you deserve to be loved as much as you need to be. But don't put that burden on someone else, because all too often it's too mighty a burden to bear. Everyone is dealing with their own healing and self-worth while figuring out their purpose for existing. Never doubt that purpose is great. The mere fact that you exist means that God has chosen you to be here. You are so very loved and need only to look to the heavens to see it and to bring hands to heart to feel the divine presence within you. God exists because you exist, because we're all divine creation. Look to each day as a gift yet to be opened. Look to each day with gratitude and awareness from the moment you swing your feet out from under your covers and touch the cold floor. And even before that, give thanks that you woke in the first place and be conscious of your first breath of the morning as if it were the first breath of life after your birth, your first awareness that you are. For where there is breath, there is always hope, and hope gives us the opportunity to dream, to inspire, and to manifest the life you deserve. And if you're feeling hopeless, make yourself a priority. It's okay to take time to work on yourself and to ask for help. Restore your faith in God and discover a new faith in yourself. We're all a work in progress. May you be all you need for yourself and for others, and may you forgive your shortcomings, because after all, we are just human. Be generous with your forgiveness. Throw love around like confetti at the stroke of midnight, and may your effervescence like your bubbly champagne infect all those you meet. Bring joy, be joy, and spread joy. May this new year be filled with wonder and awe, with faith and hope, with unconditional love of self and love of others. Be the best representative of God's love that you can possibly be, and that's how you can best serve our Creator and those around you. May the peace in my soul reach out and bring peace to yours. May the love in my heart reach out to fill yours. May God protect you and keep you this new year and always, with love and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. That was beautiful too. We've had such wonderful moments of inspiration from everybody. Thank you. Now, if we were at our center right now, we would be sitting in a circle for this service, and we would be lighting candles, real candles with wax and matches. But we can't do that this year. Again, we're virtual, but we are going to continue that tradition where we have a candle lighting virtually. And as those candles are lit, please think of those people, including yourself, that you would want to keep in that healing power. And remember that as one candle lights another, it does not lose its own energy, its own flame, that we can be lighting other people and keeping within ourselves that light also. So we'll move on with our candle lighting. Leslie? Anybody else wants to say anything?
My dad gave this to me yesterday. It's from a friend of his who is an airline pilot. And this is what their prayer is for the coming new year. Flight 2022 instructions. Good morning and welcome to Flight 2022. We are prepared to take off into the new year. Please make sure your positive attitude and gratitude are secured and locked in the upright position. All self-destruct devices, pity, anger, selfishness, pride, and resentment should be turned off at this time. All negativity, hurt, and discouragement should be put away. Should you lose your positive attitude under pressure during this flight, reach up and pull down a prayer. Prayers will automatically be activated by faith. Once your faith is activated, you can assist other passengers who are of little faith. There will be no baggage allowed on this flight. God, our captain, has cleared us for takeoff. Destination, greatness. Wishing you a new year filled with new hope, new joy, and new beginnings. Stay blessed and welcome in 2022.
Thank you so much, Barbara. All right, so normally we might have a traditional prayer, and we're not going to do that because this isn't necessarily a typical service. But we're going to ask everybody to do their own silent prayer. And just whether it's a prayer for, again, the world, for yourself, for your family, for your friends, whether it's setting an intent for 2022, whether it's looking at what is good for you, whatever that is. So we're going to take this time and you go into your own silence, you go into your own thoughts during this time. Please, within your hearts, just give a thought to your neighbor, to your community outside of this community, to the world, to all living things. Amen. So as we begin to come to a close to the service today, we're going to have another song from Laura. Really, today was about you. It was about intent. It was about healing. and it was about inspiration. So we'll close today with a song from Laura. I want to just take a moment and thank everybody for being here today. Everybody for doing their readings, for adding your thoughts, for us adding your prayers. That is what makes community. So Laura, will you close our service out with your final song for today?
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love.
That love to all of you. Guys, happy new year. Happy day, happy week, and we will see you next week.